Hello and welcome back for another wonderful evening in Middle-earth. I am your wonderful lore master, and these are the free people of Middle-earth. So before we start our adventure, we're just going to go through real quick and let everybody introduce their characters for new friends that have not heard or seen us yet. So we're going to start because I am looking on Zoom the way it is. We're first going to start with Phil.
Hello, my name is Phil, and tonight I will be playing, well, every night, I guess, I play Elondir. Elondir, the ranger from the north, one of the Dunedain.
All right. Pam.
And I'm playing the Nighbird, a woodman of the Wilderlands.
Breena.
I'm playing Orangeblossom, a hobbit from the Shire.
Matt.
Hello, yes, I am playing Uncle Ferdinand, and sometimes my voice sounds like this, and sometimes it doesn't. But I am also a hobbit of the Shire.
And Allan.
And I am playing a Khan who's an elf of the Magwood, but he's an aspiring ranger.
You sure? Because that really sounded more like an Etherean from a show.
He switches into Insavinor like 30% of the time.
I thank God there
I
are
don't
no
know what to tell you.
spreadsheets in this world.
That's my guy. I can't help it.
And once again, I am the lore master for the evening. And this is There and Back yet again, a One Ring second edition live play. Before we start, just going to go over our sponsors tonight as soon as I can track them down on my little list. If anybody wants to help. Our main sponsor, of course, is
Free League Publishing.
Free League Publishing, who does the amazing stories that we're telling, as well as a slew of other RPGs. Our title sponsor for this show is also Valorhood, who is a ethical, US-based plant friendly beard and beard grooming kit.
Let me help you, James.
Yeah, go for it, man.
So Valorhood, everything they make is made here in the USA. They're eco-friendly, not tested on animals. One of the really great things that James was talking about by eco-friendly is that they do, I believe it's for every order that you do, they help plant a tree. They're involved with a project. I can't remember the name of the particular charity that does that. I know there's a few. But so they really are eco-friendly. They're based in the US. You're not buying some cheap junk that was mass manufactured by a sweatshop somewhere. This is handmade in the US. It's really good, and it smells really, really good too.
Mm-hmm.
I use Draconic Sorcerer, I think is the one that I use.
Draconic Sorcerer. Yeah, I use their Tavern Brute. But yeah, no, and all of their scents are based in, have a story behind them that is in the fantasy world. Mm-hmm. So that's that was our kind of the connection that we saw with it. Of course, all of our music is currently ran through Sirenscape, and all of our amazing character artwork has been done by the amazing Breena Luna. If you want to hang out with us during the show or after the show or during the week, come hang out with us on Discord. It's where you find all of us. We're there off and on throughout the week. Ask questions, have fun, join our little community, and yeah. Anything else?
I have way too much fun with gifts. Or GIFs, depending on.
Phil will drop random gifts depending on what it is.
Gifts.
Yeah. Gifts.
The word is graphic.
He's actually GIF.
GIFs?
The creator actually said
it's not a peanut butter.
The creator of the format calls it a GIF. So
the creator is trolling you.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think it depends. If somebody says GIF, I say GIF. If somebody says GIF, I say GIF. So it just kind of depends.
Wow.
Well, then I'm just looking for peanut butter.
Yeah.
True devil.
Who's not looking for peanut butter?
Genghis Khan is coming up, and I think 4 or 5 of us will be there. If you wanted to come say hi, I'll be in the Gooey Cube rooms or so at all times. Just about. James, you'll be DMing some there for Plots in Darkenhaven, which is our previous series. But we'll be there supporting Gooey Cube. So if you guys just want to come say hi or check out Gooey Cube, which I know most of you are Gooey people anyway, but we'll be there and we'll be glad to say hey and hang out and do whatever.
Take pictures and all that fun stuff.
Mhm. I got recognized at Gen Con last year, and that was a thrill. It was somebody in the GUI community, but still, they were like, "Did you play Sigismund?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "That's really cool."
So, dreams do happen every once in a while. We get people find us, and they're like, "Hey, we know you from the stream," which is pretty awesome.
I was actually one of those people 2 years ago.
Look at that! Look at that!
I was like, "Hey, I saw you guys on the stream. That's
Dreams
cool."
do come true.
Dreams do come true. And then we grabbed Allan. Yeah, I think that's. Might be
You recognize us. Come be on our stream.
Yeah, you recognize me. Come be on our stream.
Oh
You
no,
never
that's
know.
pretty
It could
cool.
happen.
I had someone recognize me from actually GMing a online one shot from one of our California cons.
It is
Awesome.
It was
odd.
at Kubla Con. It was so cool.
It is odd how we've all kind of come full circle because Pam, I think I GM'd your first game at a GUI
You did.
convention, and we're all like connected in these weird backwards ways. Allan knows Austin, and that's how we kind of connected with him. And
You
Eric and
GM'd the
James are
game that
friends.
spawned the Owl Bear.
The owlbear, yeah. Nobody
Yes.
remembers that except for you.
Me and Tyrone.
The owlbear was me. But yeah, it's a great time, and we would really enjoy seeing you all and become kind of part of that weird madness that we have.
Also, if you are looking for ways to support us, you can hop over to our Patreon. And our Patreon isn't just, hey, come support us. We also drop all of the amazing characters that our guests bring on Wednesday nights to Tavern Talks. Once Breena designs those and drops those, we toss those up on Patreon, and you can get all the characters for a low cost of $3 a month. And it's pretty awesome. She does amazing
And
work.
also, if you're also just on here and you have a Prime sub laying around, if you're subscribed to Amazon Prime, which everyone on the face of the earth is, you can toss your free sub at us, and it gives Jeff Bezos like $2, which isn't great, but it gives us like $3. So that's really great. And it costs you nothing.
It costs you nothing, and it supports a small stream like ourselves.
Mhm.
And yeah, and it really just it means a lot to us if we see people following and subscribing, because we want to put on a good show, and just gives us that heads up. Of course, finally, if you miss it tonight, or you miss part of it tonight, you can check us always out on YouTube a couple days later. Just make sure that you do subscribe over there, because then you'll get the notifications when those drop. I think we're ready to start. What do y'all think?
Did
No?
you
Yeah.
want to explain the People's Hope thing?
Oh, yes. Tonight, starting tonight, because people are starting
Breena's
to
a real
die.
MVP.
She is, because she's trying to protect you all. Tonight, starting, if you want to donate bits, and it's 100 bits, which is I think a total of like $1. You actually can donate what is called People's Hope to the party, and that gives the party an extra hope outside of their own, and anybody in the party can use it. But in cases of like tremendous danger, People's Hope can be added on top of their hope, so that can give them another dice on top of the dice that they already wanted to get, and that will help them from hopefully dying.
Yeah, because 2 of us are pretty close.
2 of you are wounded,
Yeah.
which means you don't have another option.
I don't know why you guys just didn't like dodge.
I feel as
Did
if
you guys
it was
think of
a
that?
targeted attack.
What? No,
I feel attacked.
I don't target people. What are you talking about?
The hell you don't.
Super rude. I have no idea what you're talking about. But yeah,
I feel good about it because James would normally target me, but since
do.
I'm always in rearward stance, he can't.
well, that's not true. I
And you
just
always
haven't set the
roll
right
high
monsters for
anyway,
it yet.
so you and your magic dice.
Anyway,
Now you've got the low roller ranger back, so
Yes.
I didn't
And now
roll
we have-
amazing last week. I rolled okay.
Yeah, you were a little off last week. It was weird.
But he was still rolling better than everybody else.
Truth. Okay, so let's roll the intro, shall we? Let's get into this story. welcome to another story. The Fellowship took upon the request of their patron Elrond to head south towards the Tower of the White Wizard in search of the ingredient that's going to cure the people of Bree from a horrible disease that seems to be plaguing some of them. Traveling down the river, you found a young hobbit by the name of Garnet, who you had discovered was actually part of a bit of a snatch and grab trap that the goblins were trying to lay out. Thankfully, you were able to discover this before, and then you jumped on it and took out the goblins. She led you back to the small town of Littlehill that is currently overran by orcs and goblins. You meticulously and stealthily picked up one after another, each room going kind of like Call of Duty style to wipe out the goblins as they were, and everything went great until the end when you guys were in when the group was in the temple, and you heard a voice as Kothug, the leader of the goblin tribe here, decided to bring out, with knife at point to the neck of the mayor of Littlehill, where Uncle Ferdinand tried to convince them that he was a plague and that he should be dropped immediately. And that's
I believe, if you remember, I rolled really well for that.
You did roll really well for this.
An advice for players at home: you don't need combat stats. You don't need survival stats. If you can lie and persuade people, you don't need anything else. Just roll well on everything else and you'll be fine.
Assuming the dice like you.
So as the group is here, just going to kind of put, because this is something that I thought about on the fly, that's cruel and unusual punishment for our people that aren't here that week before. So Elondir, what are you doing during all of this?
Oh yeah,
I'm taking a nap.
Man's hiding in the forest with the old Toby.
But you know what happened, James? It's unfortunate. While he was taking a nap, actually one of the security patrols that we hadn't found yet caught him, and now he's also at Nighbird.
Oh, okay. Let me grab his character real quick. And
Hell yeah!
hit him a nice point.
Oh, he's supposed to be sneaking up and hanging out on one of the roofs or something.
Nope, he's dead.
There we go.
Is that more what you were looking for, James?
I mean, I wasn't going to put him enough point, but we can have fun with this. I actually like this part. So yeah, you hear the gruff and very grunting style of Kothug that you heard as he spoke out. We got your other as well.
Oh no, we left him aside because he also has the plague. That's why we left him there. That's why he was probably asleep when you found him.
Is he asleep? Yeah. Does he have the plague?
Of course he has the plague. Did you not smell that scent around him? It smelled like pine cones. Skunk, possibly.
Pine cones is orcs? I mean, elves?
Yeah.
Mm.
Plague elves.
Indeed.
I mean, we just kill him.
Oh, I wouldn't do that. If that blood gets you on you, you are gonna die a terrible death.
Well, I'll point him away then. And he tells the other orc to pick him up, and
I go,
Elondir kind of being held
man,
like this.
you really should have seen. Oh wait, I'm not doing the Ferdinand voice. You really should have seen the testicles on the last guy I saw that had the plague. They swole up the size of a pomegranate, filled with pus. It was disgusting. I would hate something like that to happen to fine orcs such as yourselves.
It was awful.
Yeah, roll me a riddle.
All right, I like riddle.
It's
How
laced
much do I like
with
riddle?
some truth. We did see testicles.
Everything I do is laced with some truth. It is 15, which is my target, so it is a success.
It is a success, but no runes.
No success. No additional
All right.
success.
Not this time.
Ugh. Well, maybe we'll just cut him a bit. See, we'll point him towards the mayor, and then maybe they'll both get sick.
They're already sick.
You're already
Uh-oh.
sick. What is wrong with you?
Well, maybe we'll just point him towards you then.
Oh, I wouldn't do that. How much do you know about hobbits of the Shire?
This is going to be interesting.
Hobbits in the Shire?
Yes. How much do you know about that? Do you know much? Do you know what happens to a hobbit if it comes in contact with blood?
No.
We explode.
Massive
No
explosion.
way.
Yes. Kill everything within a mile radius.
Spontaneous combustion, and
That's why
there's
no
two
one-
of us.
So I know whatever goes to the Shire, you see, it's a barren wasteland of exploded, like, detritus.
Have you all walked outside at this point, or is it just Ferdinand standing out here bullshitting with these orcs?
No, I'm
Oh,
outside
I've,
next to
I've
him.
been with.
Okay, I'm just making sure. Let's kind of get everybody outside, because I don't want to be like, oh yeah, because they'd only would see.
I'm
Ferdinand
perfectly
standing.
fine being by myself if you guys don't want to risk it.
I wouldn't have gone that far.
Orange wouldn't have left him alone out there.
It's like I tell all my players, like, the reason I do weird shit when I'm playing D&D is because if the worst happens, it's a funny story. It's not like real life where, like, I'm gonna die if these guys don't like me. Like, if Ferdinand dies, I'll make a new cool character that does weird stuff.
I have a cousin in the wings.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll just wait for the others to come back. Then we
As
can
they're
just-
jawing, can
Yeah.
I shoot at somebody?
I mean, you're welcome to.
I like it.
I like it.
I
Pop
mean,
off,
you
Fire
kinda-
Twin, pop
I
off.
mean, I will say Ferdinand kind of has Kothug caught up in a riddled conversation right now.
Yeah.
So
Just completely, like, bamboozled at the
yeah,
moment.
he's. And really, it's the only reason I'm not attacking is because he rolled so high on his riddle that he's keeping that conversation going. And orcs aren't the smartest things in the.
No, and this is
So-
not a conversation I'm going to win because this is some crazy bullshit I'm spouting. But it is
Which
bamboozled.
is why the orc's so confused.
Yeah.
All right.
Hobbits
So
are very strange.
yeah, I mean hobbits are strange, but yeah. So fire away, Nighbird, and that'll start combat.
Y'all ready for this?
Don't do that. We'll get DC made.
Who can I see clearly?
Is it considered DCMA if we sing it?
It's actually DMCA. Yeah, sometimes.
Hmm.
It's really inconsistent.
Well, because sometimes it's considered a live
No,
performance.
I'm gonna shoot at that guy. Is he pinging on your end?
Oh,
Which guy?
This guy in front of what's his face?
Oh,
Kothug?
the. Okay, yeah, that's fine.
man, I would really rather you kill Kothug.
Well, I could hit him. Maybe.
Too bad. She already
Um,
chose.
16.
It's against your target number.
Yep, it's against your target number, and he has,
Wait.
and this one has no parry.
Which target number?
Your strength target number.
Your strength target.
My strength target number sucks.
Oh no!
Didn't I tell you about
that?
Hang on, with your shooting with a bow,
Yeah.
is it still your strength or is it?
Yeah,
What else
everything's
would it
through your
be?
strength for combat.
Yeah, there's no dex, is there?
No,
No. My strength is 18
that's right. Yeah, you're.
because the dice didn't like me then either.
Yep.
The one time I rolled high.
Hey, get him! I tried to kill him. I can't kill man. They draw
Arrow goes
weapons.
flying by, thunks in the ground
Yeah.
between them.
Stinks in the ground between them.
Oops, sorry. Misfire.
Oi. Ferdinand was like, oi,
Oi!
listen here. I'm actually an orc. I'm undercover as Hobbit, you see. Just ignore that. Just ignore that.
All right, we're gonna. This one's gonna come straight up and attack Ferdinand. And let's see here. This one's going to Kothug will stay back. This one's going to stab Elondir.
Are you awake yet, Elondir?
Yeah, he's
I
awake.
imagine so at this point.
He's just tied up.
This orc's
He's
just
just
carrying
tied
him
up.
like a baby. Put out in there.
Yeah,
Stacy.
flung over the shoulder or something.
A little
No,
bit of
he's-
puff coming out every.
Kothug goes, "Hey, we got hobbitses out here. Come out here and stab them." He looks around.
It's actually hobby, you see, not hobbitses.
A little confused that there's nobody around.
Who you calling for?
Oh, your friends. They're all dead, you see. I killed them by myself. All at once. And as you can see, not a spot of blood on me.
Not yet.
No, he's claiming
What is
hobbits.
that?
with blades.
Goblins. How many attacks? What is it? Jagged arrow. 2. Dude, that's good.
Hmm?
4, 8, 12.
Nope.
12 ain't gonna hit. That's yeah, no. The goblin tries to stab at you. All right.
Fortunately,
and that-
hobbits are very short.
Yeah.
They are, but goblins are short too. Just apparently they're also very inaccurate. So there's
Nearsighted.
that. Hey,
Ah,
man,
they're goblins. It's a numbers game.
rude.
Well, maybe they're related to those really awful assassins.
Can we leave the sad boy assassins alone?
I didn't bring it up this time, James. It's not me.
Never has to come up every episode.
Never gonna live that down.
James, like, personally was very attached to those assassins. He had like a whole backstory, and they just rolled.
They were
so
all
bad.
it was prepped, and they were so bad. The dice did not like me at all that night. I think I rolled less than a 10 on everything.
It wasn't
Oh,
just
gosh.
one night, though.
It was a couple nights,
All right.
but it was the same
That might be
instance. It was
long.
just the game went a little long.
Considering I roll poorly most of the time, I'm entitled to laugh.
Truth. All right. So who's going forward? Who's in forward stance?
Oh, I'm gonna
baby.
run the fuck away. As they
You're
say,
you're swapping stances with
with
Orangeblossom?
Elondir. Yeah.
Elondir. Elondir is oh wait, hold on. Elondir's got to get stabbed first. 1 second.
Elondir is
Oh.
super forward.
9, 10,
Kick him,
Uh,
Elondir. Kick him.
15
And
for
I'll
the orc
kick her.
soldier. That's
That should be well below your parry, no?
Mhm.
Elondir?
My
is
parry's
it? It's well
18.
below your parry.
Yeah, my parry's
Yeah,
18.
no, he even. Oh, hold on 1 second.
He
Yep.
trips on his
Yeah,
own
no.
foot.
It's more he just squirms and kind of kicks out of the way so he can't be hit. You better
So-
hold him.
So freely
Hold him
publishing,
still.
I would just like to bring something to the forefront here. If you put a hobbit in heavy armor and then have him with like an elf, I could very seriously easily get Ferdinand's armor class to like 27
That's so
Like-
stupid.
with very little effort. Because like I get just a +2 from this feat that I took if there's somebody taller than 5 foot around.
A shield. You're a hobbit shield.
Yeah.
Hobbits.
All
You
right.
know, if we put
Anyway,
you in heavy
let's
armor,
get back to
maybe one of
the,
the other tall folk could toss
let's get
you.
back to the combat. So who's forward?
I'm gonna hobble forward too. Maybe.
Oh, you're gonna hobble forward too. Okay.
Hey, Orangeblossom, what armor are you wearing?
Are you advancing to Kothug then, Nighbird, or are you going to the goblin? Because somebody's gonna have to go advance to Kothug.
Can I? advance to this one, or yeah, I'll come up here and maybe die.
There we go.
I have a close-fitting leather shirt.
I have heavier armor if you want it. I have a leather corselet if you want my armor.
Yep. After
we could trade these later.
yeah, hobbits can trade you later.
Well, it's just have to do some alterations, so
It's not really a conversation I would have during
Truly
combat,
snug.
truthfully.
Yeah.
James, I'm trying to not let my niece die.
I get that, but at the same time, during combat, I can just imagine you having this conversation. You know, I have
you know?
nice armor.
It really freaks the orc out if I
Hobbits
just
always
start
have
taking my
interesting
armor off.
conversations.
It's true.
This is how the Shire works.
We talk about whatever we want, whenever we want.
That's how hobbits deal with things.
So Ferdinand
We just do
takes
it when
off
we
and
have to. We have no
Orangeblossom
issue
just
with it.
walks forward and is like, stab.
All right. So yeah. So stab the goblin.
So it's 21, so it beats my thing, and one of them is a 6, so that makes it I forgot what it's called now.
Succession.
Yes, thank you. So it's they have to roll an injury thing.
Well, what did you roll on
Right.
your feet die?
What was your feat die?
8. Oh no, that has to be a 9.
Right. So you can add
Ignore
your if you got a D6, if you got a rune, you can add that to your
And
to get the
make
9.
it. Okay.
Yep, and make it a 9.
So get injured, please.
Well done,
Injured,
Orangeblossom.
please. Do it. Get injured.
Roll poorly.
16.
Oh, that makes it.
That makes it.
So just 3 damage.
Just 3 damage on the little gobble. All right. All right. And that is Nighbird. You advanced on Kothug.
Yes, I did.
She's gonna
Yeah.
kill him right now, though.
No, she's not.
Right.
She's gonna swing and miss.
Right now.
Because he's really pathetic. Really, really bad. It's a swing and a miss.
Okay.
Oh,
You know, it'd be a great role if I was playing Yahtzee.
The pain singes in your leg as you're getting ready to swing, and you. And
You know what? I was doing that yesterday, bowling with my kids. My knee locked up, and it was like, oh shit.
everybody looked around and goes, timber. Anyway, Elondir, are you at
Did he drop the hobbit?
forward or no?
I'm in open.
Oh, you're in open? Okay. Achreon, you're staying rear, I'm guessing?
yeah.
Okay. So
Shoot him.
open. And
Shoot
Elondir, you're
him.
going with ill favor right now because you're tied up.
Okay.
Use your forehead.
Bite his
Um,
nose.
Bite his ear. Pull a Tyson.
Okay.
Everyone knows that elves always have a knife in their mouth at all times hidden. So he's gonna spit out his mouth knife and stab him with his mouth knife.
All right. I hit
not
my
true.
strength number.
What was that?
I succeed.
You succeed still?
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool. Yay.
And, that's
Hey.
what, and you had to add a 1 because it's an orc. So does that still make you succeed?
Yep.
Cool. All right. So how much damage you doing?
I just headbutt him. How do I do that for a broad attack? What's the
What's your highest combat proficiency?
swords?
You take 1 less die than that, and that's your brawling attack.
Okay. So it's 2.
Not bad.
So 2 points?
Mhm.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you just and the orc drops you from the headbutt.
Wait, hold on.
Um, and you roll. All right, and then our arrows fly.
Actually, James, can I spend my turn? Elondir, do you have your or Elondir, however you pronounce it? Do you have your knives on your belt? Are they still there?
They'll be on my belt.
Are they still there, James, or are they gone?
They're gone.
Okay. I was gonna cut you free on my turn, but I don't have anything to cut with. And neither do you.
There's a dagger on Orangeblossom's hip. It's always there.
And
Oh
there's
yeah,
dead orcs
there's
flying
daggers
around.
on my hips and in my boots too, right? If you're standing right next to me.
Well, I'm rearward, but would I have enough time to like run up to one of them, grab a knife, and cut Elondir free? Or is that something I'd have to
Run
roll
by
for?
me.
I would
'Cause I
say
have
if
a
you
dagger
want
as
to
well.
roll, if you want to roll a battle check, we can
Man,
see
I
if that
have
would
like
work.
nothing in battle. Let me see. I might be better served just to shoot and like take something off of somebody.
Shoot him.
Yeah, but I want Elondir to have fun too. Nah, I can't. I've got 0 pips in battle. I'm just gonna shoot. I'll try to help you if I can, Elondir, though.
All right.
So I'm gonna. Is Elondir? Does Kothug? Is his name Kothug?
Kothug.
Kothug. Does he have? Is he by Elondir or is it a different one by Elondir?
A different one is by Elondir.
I'm gonna shoot the one that's by Elondir to try to help
Okay.
him out. Wow. So I'm favored on that. So I rolled 2 feet die. One of my feet die is a Sauron rune. The other feet die is a Tolkien rune. And
Good thing you
This
get
is
to
what
check
happens, no
the
matter
better
what.
one.
but I will say I rolled 2 1s and a 4 on my other dice. So it's a success, but
Right.
no successions. So it is piercing though.
Okay. Oh, let's see here. Well,
That is an injury. 14 is the thing. So is he
oh,
going
wait.
down?
He is going down.
So can I do something to make this a little bit more cinematic?
Sure.
So
Thematically,
as I see him going for Elondir to like finish him off, I want to take my bow and shoot him and have him fall in such a way that like his hands are like with his blade is like in front of Elondir where he can grab it with his hand to like try and free himself.
okay.
Hey.
So
Try that, Elondir.
as the orc gets ready to swing once again at Elondir, and it falls, and as it does, you, Elondir, kind of position yourself to wait for the weight to fall down and snip. The body falls, and your rope
Oh, wow.
is cut.
Very generous, James. I just meant like the knife fall in the general
You're fine.
direction. But I appreciate that. That's even better.
I'm
Awesome.
very
Cool.
independent, you know. So,
Yes, even better.
You know,
and now
to
just
make
pick up
this
the,
a little
the
more
fallen sword.
potential, Elondir, roll me a battle check.
Ooh.
Okay.
Well, this way at least Elondir can have some fun too.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's a success with a. Oh no, I didn't get it with Gandalf room. Never mind. It's a
Aw.
success.
But you got the success. So
Hey.
yes, exactly how I just described it is how it happened.
That sounds like something that like Legolas would
An
do.
elf
Yeah?
would be able to pull off,
Mhm.
yes. Or a Dunedain ranger who's
On Toby.
always
And just.
Yeah.
Little
Yeah.
Toby.
Kettle.
It slows everything down so you have more time to like. There we go.
Hang on, are you
Yeah.
implying that things with
And then-
longer lifespans, the rest of the world is moving slower to them? And that's how
Yes.
So to a dog, we're just zooming.
The funny thing was is that after I headbutt the orc, I'm just turning to look at him, and then the sword cuts my thing, so I'm not even trying.
Yep. All right, and then Achreon, you're next.
All right, so I did a prepared shot, which gives
Okay.
me 1 extra die. I got a
Okay.
19 on it because I beat my TN, which is
Okay.
14 for wits. And then I got 10 on my feet die, and I got 1 succession. And it came up to 10, 14, 24 to hit.
Damn.
Okay.
Very nice.
And I'm aiming for the one right in front of Nighbird.
So Kothug.
Yeah, the leader.
That's
So
a Gandalf
14 injury.
rune.
Oh,
Um,
Gandalf
okay.
rune.
Yeah,
Damn.
and 12 on the between the 3 die. So
Oh.
24.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So it just does 9 points of damage.
Ooh, good though.
Maybe he drops the Hobbit.
I completely forgot about that Hobbit.
Well, see, that's why I missed. I was trying to not hit the Hobbit. That's my story. I'm sticking to it.
Yeah, no, you can see that the Hobbit is wrapped tightly with rope, and he's got kind of it wrapped around his hand, so he's holding on tightly to the rope with the Hobbit. All right, and that brings us to Kothug and the Goblin. Goblin is going to attack first, the Orangeblossom, and the Goblin is going to use, because it's forward, all 3 die. 6. That's a 9. That doesn't matter. And then Kothug is going to swing, and Kothug is going to activate its hate.
Uh-oh. I'm dead.
And
Oh,
Second wound.
oh, God!
No.
5,
Just
7,
Oh,
But
you
the
still get to
scratch.
roll.
and 22 to hit.
What's your parry?
And yeah,
16.
Holy.
and worse off.
Oh, wow.
Stop.
Runes.
Oh
Yeah,
my
you're-
god.
As a wise man once say, Nighbird is
See ya.
fucked.
No. No.
I'm going home now.
And that's gonna be.
I'll send my cousin over.
Unfortunate.
Let's see here.
You
So
might
that's
still be
gonna-
okay.
Yeah, you might be okay.
To roll for injury, right?
I'm just mostly dead.
She
making
rolls-
sure.
What does she roll
Matt
for
roll
damage
for me?
prevention?
For what?
Doesn't she get
the-
like a damage mitigation or whatever it is? Your protection.
Yeah, so she
Yeah,
would
it's
add
your-
her. So she would add her protection to
the feet die?
A feet die.
the feet die.
What do you have for protection?
You have a corselet, right?
My corselet. Yeah.
So that's
it's,
two
it's
dice.
2 dice.
Yeah.
So the dice. So yeah, so your feet die +2. Plus, this would probably be a good opportunity for you to do hope. And if the audience wants to save you, they can add another hope.
A hope is an extra die, right?
And hope is an extra die. Yes.
Extra dice.
I mean, that last roll, it's 5 dice, and I only rolled 12, so I need all the luck I can get.
It's going to be against 16 injury rating.
All right, so the feat's a 5, 11, 15, 17. I'm only mostly dead.
Oh my
Yeah, so
god.
all you're going to so
Mostly
you'll
dead.
take 6 points of exhaustion.
Now, hang on, let me find my notebook so I can.
Pam, I tried to buy
Add it
bits
to
to
my-
give you an extra dice, but my credit card isn't working. That's on file. So.
I'm also trying. It's just not working.
so well.
Aw.
Oh wait, I think I got some. Hold on.
You said 6 points of exhaustion, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
You actually succeeded. So
What
Okay.
did you roll, Pam?
she got a 17. The
I
got
injury
a
was
17.
16.
That's really good.
Oh, okay.
He just eked it by.
Yeah. Trying to
There.
make sure.
Man, Bree, that pumpkin. I know that's a hobbit hole behind you, but that pumpkin, for some reason, I just immediately thought that was Hagrid's hut. I don't know why that
Oh.
image gave me that vibe, but it's
I
super
could
good.
see it. I could
Yep.
see it.
All right. So yeah, you watch as Kothug just swings heavy and you just barely glance off of it, but it just takes all of the energy out of you.
Shoot him again.
Any of us
so
have
that puts
actually
us to
shot him, Pam.
round 2. It goes to actually this time Kothug is going to take as his secondary to step to try to
With an arrow sticking out of him.
yeah. He's gonna yell. He's gonna request, or he's gonna use his spell ability to.
I'm really
yell,
worried all of a sudden.
Yell for triumph. So that is my. So spend 1 hate to restore 1 hate to all that works in the fight. Yeah. So he's going.
Does he have
to...
other orcs? I'm so bad. I'm just looking at you, James. I'm not even looking at my map. I need to look at the map. I'm sorry.
So he has the one that's next to Orangeblossom.
Okay.
And the rest should be dead that are out
I'm
here.
like dead.
Rest are dead, yes, because this one back here is dead as well. Next, Elondir. So I need others to choose, because you are going to. I need everybody to roll me perception checks. That's what I need.
Is there perception?
Wait, what?
Awareness?
There or awareness. My bad.
Yeah.
Wrong day.
I got your back, James. I knew what you wanted.
I looked over and I saw persuade and thought perception, and that's
Yeah.
kind of what happened.
Oh wait, I'll roll you a persuade now. Hang on.
No, you don't get a persuade.
Can I persuade my eyes that they saw whatever it is you want me to see? What about persuading you that you didn't see what I rolled for my awareness? No, I failed.
I got a 20.
11, 17. I got a 17. I beat my TN, but I have
Okay.
1 succession.
So you can give that to Ferdinand.
You should do that.
I didn't pass.
Oh shit! Maybe go to Orangeblossom then.
Elondir,
I passed.
and you passed. Okay, so the ones who did pass, you're going to hear the barking sounds and growling sounds of wargs in the distance.
Oh, now I'm really dead.
Oh,
Animals
no.
love me. It's fine, you guys.
What?
And you just see this grin come across Kothug's face. Ah, the hunting party's back.
I want to smack that grin off its face.
Yeah, we're not scared, Kothug. We've killed like 3 dozen of you guys in the last 20 minutes.
All
And
right.
even if the hunting party kills us, that won't be enough to save you, I'm afraid.
Ugh.
Yes, that is correct. That was a cross between resignation and a Palpatine. Do it.
All right. So, who's in forward
Still.
and who's advancing onto, or who's advancing? And so I'm guessing Elondir, you're going to be open again, or are you going forward?
I'll be open. I'm
Okay.
grabbing
Are
my
you
sword. I'm
advancing
like,
to the
"Where's
goblin, or
my
are you advancing
sword?"
to Kothug?
as long as I have a sword, I will advance to Kothug.
So
You can
would-
pick up the goblin sword.
Yeah, you could take the orc sword, so you would have a scimitar then.
Okay.
And that's going to be 3/16. So,
Nice.
316. Okay.
and you two are staying in the back. Orangeblossom's taking on the goblin. Okay, Orangeblossom, are you staying in? Are you going forward?
Yep, and I rolled a Gandalf rune.
Let's go.
There were no successions, but still, I
Oh,
rolled a Gandalf.
It still feels good to hit him.
It feels
Right?
real good.
Mhm.
I'm like, look at that beautiful little rune.
I gotta tell you guys,
13.
I've been a little death lately, but tonight is really making me feel good. I'm enjoying
Good.
myself tonight.
13.
I'm glad.
Fails.
Aha!
Oh,
Oh,
Injury.
Cinematic.
My
Lungs.
injury rating is a
cinematic
6.
murder. Go.
All right. So Orange Blossom hears that there's a hunting party coming and that there are wargs, and is like, guess we gotta deal with this shit quick. All right. And just like gut, knife, pulls it out, and is like, stares at Kothug like, you're not.
Starts gargling and just.
Orange Blossom has been to jail.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Orange Blossom
Prison
is
shaking
ruthless
people.
at times.
Orange Blossom has had too much time in her childhood to like live out imaginary friend battles.
The stabbing
In the
into the gut,
woods.
and the
Just a
goblin
very
kind of looks at
strange
you
child for a hobbit.
and it starts to gurgle up the blood and then just die.
See if I
All
can
right, and then that takes us to Nighbird, who I know is ready for vengeance.
Who is ready to die soon?
Oh, but I got a 23.
Hey!
Oh.
With 2 Gandalf runes?
Ooh.
Yes.
2 6s.
What?
What'd you roll on your
Okay.
feet die?
And what is your feet die?
It's only a 4.
Oh,
Can't make it up. Just gonna have to make 2 heavy blows.
yeah,
It won't make it up.
But that's still a shit ton of stamina damage.
it is.
Hell
What is it?
yeah.
Full amount of stamina?
Oh no, it's not because her strength sucks.
My strength is 18.
No, what's your feet though, or what's your value?
Isn't the damage like a 6 and your strength? If your strength is an
The
18, it should be
damage
like
is
a
a 6. Are you asking about the injury?
No. What's your strength rating?
2.
So above your strength target
2,
number.
yeah.
So you add 2 for each of those
Nice.
Gandalf runes.
So that's 4 additional stamina plus whatever your damage is on that weapon.
That's 10 points right there.
That's actually pretty good. I didn't realize her damage was
Yeah.
so high on the thing.
Yeah, dude. That
it's my
axe
axe.
is stupid.
That axe is not playing around.
I mean, you got to imagine though, it's also it's an axe. Like this is not like
It is just an axe.
It's
Yeah,
a
it is
long
just-
hafted axe.
the long
Yeah, it's
hafted
an axe. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. There's still arrows back here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's still,
She gets ready to. She swings 2-handed and then just kind of lets the handle slide up, grabs both of them, and.
and I cut off the hand holding the hobbit.
Maybe on a wounded roll. James, I'm on your team on this one.
He's not looking
I
good,
didn't
but
say
he did
I was
not get.
killing him, but it's 10 points of damage.
That feels like a wound to me, though, getting your hand cut off.
Yeah, it is. Injuries have reasons. There's reasons
Okay.
we call injuries.
Maybe half off then, so he drops.
Okay. Just one finger, just his thumb.
It's just,
Gas axe. Tiny thumb.
all right. That puts us at Elondir at open.
I give Nighbird a thumbs up. All right.
What's on the
Let's
wound?
see. Yep, that's an 18.
That hits.
That'll be 3 damage.
All right. Okay. He's not down yet. He's looking rough. As you slash into him with his companion's sword,
Cut off his other finger.
this jagged looking scimitar that
That
needs
thing's fine.
cleaned up. And you just all right. And then of course finally we have our arrows flying.
Can we do them at the same time, James?
Sure, why not? Go for it.
Yeah.
Just so that we,
Yeah.
if one of us kills him, we share the glory.
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna spend a hope, James.
Okay.
Yeah, and I did my prepared shot, so I have 1 extra die. So I beat my TN, which is a 14. I beat it with a 15.
Oh, yeah. I hope he rolled well because he's getting Omega killed if he rolled well.
Oh, let's go. I got a Gandalf and a succession.
I got an 11 and 2 successions.
Oh,
Let's
Right.
go.
So, and unlike the Nighbird, my strength rating is 5. So I'm going to put those both into heavy blows. So that's going to be 13 endurance damage he's taking.
And I'm
On
putting
Because
top
my
of
Ferdinand
blows.
is ripped.
On top
And
of
then also an injury roll.
the injury rolls.
Yeah, and I have an
So
injury roll, and I put my strength into which is a 6, so it's a 9 points of damage.
Okay, I'm gonna do injury roll for Ferdinand first. That's definitely gonna succeed. Because that's 2 Gandalf runes, and then the feat die was a 7. So,
Yeah, you're good.
and then
I don't think he's going to like all that stamina damage, though.
same with yours, Archeon, but he's not gonna be able to take both of those stamina damages without going down. So you watch as, sadly, this is not cinematic. You just 2 arrows shoot into his chest, and he
I saw that happen lots of time in Lord of the Rings.
I was hoping that we would get our both coming out, one out of each eye again. Like
Nah, that would have been if you would have
It's-
wounded it. I would have said that would have
I
worked.
feel like we super overkilled him, though.
Suit
How much
definitely.
stamina did he have, by the way, James? I have no concept of how much like bosses have.
So he has 35 points of damage or 35 health.
Damn, that's significantly more than I do. That's pretty
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah,
Good thing you're in the back.
he's considered an orc chieftain. That's why.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
really cool.
He also has 2 might, which means he technically has 2 wounds that it would take him to go down. So,
All right, just the hunting party left.
Damn.
yep, just the hunting party left.
I want to
And-
find my
His
own
pockets.
sword.
Orcs have pockets. Nothing we've killed has had pockets before.
Orcs don't have pockets.
What are you
You
talking
guys see
about?
the Vita?
Hey, even skeletons have pockets. Come on.
Yeah, prison
Maybe in
pockets.
D&D.
No,
You
I
look
mean
at orcs.
they have a hit bone. They have a prison pocket for sure.
I
can
mean, if
just
that's
set
where you're
something there.
digging, go for it, bro.
I'm a doctor. I don't care.
That's true. If you're going to jump into the prison pocket, please give me a medicine check.
Maybe after the hunting party is dealt with.
Okay.
You guys see the Viva La Dirt League about the loot with the hogs or whatever?
Yeah.
All
I
right.
have them
So
followed. They're great.
what you guys have about a round before the hunting party would arrive, or the scouting party would come back. Is there anything you guys want to do to prepare?
Hide in
my-
ambush.
I want my own sword and bow back.
Yeah, where were they coming from? Like we heard them. So what direction were
Yeah.
they coming from?
they're coming from the west.
Ooh, guys, I have an idea. It would require us working together, though.
Oh shit! Is that a possibility?
Nighbird, are you strong? Who's strong here?
You, uncle.
Well, that's true.
You, but
There is a barn over there with hay. Maybe we put some hay, a bale of hay in the middle of a gap there, and then when they come by, we throw one of the torches that I see in these buildings at it and set those asses on fire.
yeah, go ahead.
It is a
I'll
plan.
watch. I'm gonna be over here resting.
Let's go. I'll help.
We're just running. They're hobbit-sized hay bales, surely. So surely,
Yeah, they're hobbit
Because it's a hobbit town. Yeah.
yeah.
Pick one up with
I'll be over here
one in each hand.
resting and keeping an eye out.
Yeah.
Okay. The
grab my
mayor
sword,
informs you that if you're looking for any of the stuff that they kept, it would be in the field house where Kothug was residing at.
Oh, I just saw this on the I saw that little graphic, and I thought we went in there before, but maybe we didn't.
You guys
Have a
didn't go
bad
in
memory.
this. You guys didn't go in here at all.
Oh,
we
okay,
were
so I
just
don't know
told
that.
about it.
Yeah. So you guys went into the storage house, which is here,
Yeah, we didn't go out to the field at all.
but you didn't go out into the field because that's where you knew. Because there was like 3 other orcs running around
Orcses.
there that came out with this whole crew that you now just killed.
It's
So-
probably not super meta for me to know there's some hay somewhere around here.
Oh yeah, no. I mean,
mean, it would
it's a
be
village. there's a field. You saw gardens. You expected there's got to be some hay somewhere.
Yeah.
So you build a little fort you build a little barrier right here of some hay. And prepare the attack. I need anybody who's assisting with this. I need them to roll a battle check for me.
Can I real quick run into like one of these storehouses and grab like a set of clothes, like the Hobbit clothes, and like?
Are you gonna
stuff
make a
hay into the
scarecrow
clothes?
kind of thing?
Yeah.
I mean, we have. Sure, why the hell not?
So James, I spent another hope.
You spent another hope
to get one dice, and I rolled a 10 and a Tolkien rune. So that barely beats my my target number of 15 with a 16. So I can help.
I'm also going to spend a hope.
Okay. And I'm gonna need you, Achreon, to roll me a craft.
Okay. This is a forest, right? Counts as a forest?
Yes.
All right. Well, I use a hope, and that since I'm in the forest, I can use my elven magic. It's a magical success, so I don't even have to roll.
Oh, you're gonna be describing that.
So I run in, I grab the clothes, and I start scrambling around. I look at the hay. What did Mother teach me? And I speak into it, and you see like this just mist start
Making a
coming
hay
out.
golem is what he's saying.
Yeah,
Are
it
you
floats into
animating the fucking scarecrow?
Probably not. I don't think that's how magic works in Middle
I
Earth.
don't think that's how that works, bro.
I've read a lot of Tolkien, and I don't understand how elf magic works.
But it
so
kind of
maybe.
just stuffs the hay into it, so it looks like a proper hobbit.
Oh, so you're just
Maybe you
giving
could
off
do
a-
like some of that cool like wood singing, but you like sing the hay into the right shape or something. That'd be cool.
Yeah, well, you watching as you start to mumble under your breath some words in Elvish, and all of a sudden it starts to blend, and they bend up. The hay kind of bends instead of just is there, and it gives off a better shape of a person.
That's really cool.
Okay.
And you come out, and you now have this. What would potentially be a child hobbit size, because there's no way you're building a full hobbit sized scarecrow in 20-30 seconds. But you now have a mini scarecrow that you can put together. Or a hobbit
I
scarecrow.
run up
I
and
guess
just
would be
put it
the
with the
best way to
pile
put
of
it.
hay.
And you place it on the pile of hay or behind the pile of hay.
Yeah, so like they can see like there's a hobbit child out here.
Okay. All right. So everybody else is going to get kind of positioned and prepared for the next step of this stacking. All right. So at that point, you watch as 3 large wolves, mangy and look a little bit malnourished, with goblin riders on top of them, get ready to run over and jump over the hay bale. So
Light your arrows.
Who's firing?
I'm firing.
I'll even try.
I'll try it to you. Why not?
Yeah,
have
can
a
I
bow.
just set
I'll
this
try.
arrow on fire?
What's that?
Can I set this arrow on fire?
So I would say you have to give me a craft check.
I'll try it,
See
but I'm
if
going to fail.
Anybody who
Scott.
wants to do it's going to have to craft it to see if they can
Nah, I failed. It's a 9.
set it. Okay. Otherwise, you can just use an athletics, if you want to just throw like a torch at it.
I'll throw a torch.
I'll just shoot.
I will use another point of hope and just light it on
just
fire.
do it.
Yeah.
You just magically succeed
Fuck the
again.
rules.
Yeah, because I'm in a forest or at night. If I use a hope, it's a magical success.
In the words of
Elves.
Seto Kaiba, rules are for the non-elven.
Okay, and with my hope point, I actually got 20 and 2
Okay.
successes.
Woo.
Like that show
So-
on fire.
Let's go.
So between Nighbird, who grabs, cloth and wraps it around the edge of the arrow, connects it to the torch and fires it, and then you hear Achreon just kind of mumble a couple words, and all of a sudden it fires it, and it
Yeah, I say,
Swings off.
Yeah, couldn't have done ours too.
Girth on Glamhoth, which means that
Light it
to
up.
the orcs in Sindarian.
light it up.
It means get wrecked,
Light it
nerd.
up.
Death to the orcs.
All right, so as they jump, you're gonna see 3.
And
Or-
James,
So
Ferdinand tries to set it up, and then he's just like, "Oh, screw it," and just shoots one of them instead.
Just fires at one of them as they.
I try to
Jump
throw
over.
a torch over, but with my roll, instead of throwing it, I instead just pull out some more Toby and
Smoke weed.
That's not what I
I
needed.
got, I got a Sauron.
Yeah.
And then I
You
rolled a
set the
4.
hobbits on fire.
Is there a Middle
You
Earth
got
rehab?
distracted. Maybe he's got a concussion or something.
All right, so all 3 of them have, because they're jumping over fire, are at ill favor, for everything.
Well, I hate to
so-
tell you, James, but one of them has to make an injury roll from me because I
Oh,
got
you
a
already-
9, which is piercing.
Are you shooting the goblin on top, or are you shooting the warg?
Oh yeah, I'm shooting the goblin.
Okay. I will say, because they're goblin riders, you have to roll your disadvantage on your.
Oh, so you want me to re-roll because I have favored as well, so I can re-roll it
shit.
if you want.
Yeah, you'd have to re-roll it.
No problem. It's still a 9.
Okay, so it's still an injury.
Yeah, but no successions though, so no heavy blows. It's just going to be 3 damage, and if he rolls bad, injury.
9, 6, 15, 19.
Yeah, he's good. So
So,
still 3 damage, 3 stam
okay.
damage.
All right, goblins 3 stamps. Orb. Okay. All right, and that means they're going to. Creature loses 1 hit at the start of each turn. Each round is engaged in close combat with an adversary wielding a torch or some sort of burning. So yeah, they lose one of those.
Shit, on second thought, guys, we should have just gotten on the roofs. I bet those things can't climb.
All right.
They can jump.
Yeah, so volley, arrows dropped. Okay, that means we're going to go into full combat. They're going to do their special leaps. So I'm going to do 1, 2,
to see what you're doing.
and because they can go as far anywhere they want, they're all going to run back. And that one's going to go after Ferdinand. So, be Ferdinand, Nighbird, or Ferdinand, Elondir, and Orangeblossom. So who's in forward as of right now?
Me with the terrible hiding spot.
Okay.
I guess I have to go
there
into
you go.
defensive.
Yeah, you be defensive, or you could go open, or
Yeah, I'll go defensive.
I'm in open.
okay.
I'm going to take forward every time. Last act of defiance kind of thing.
Okay. So you're engaging with Elondir with the one he's got.
Yeah.
Okay.
You go high, I'll go low.
I'm already.
He's
All right,
already
so-
high.
So melee attackers, you guys can start rolling so we can kind of get an idea. I just know that Ferdinand, you're doing it one die less, but then I have 1 die less.
I succeeded with
I did too.
A6, but it's not enough to make it like an injury.
Okay.
Skill.
And just a heads up, if you're attacking the goblin, everything is in ill favor. So just a reminder.
I'm attacking
Because
the
I'm
warg,
short.
and I
No,
succeeded.
because
with
the goblin's on
success.
top of the warg.
Yeah, I don't think me
I
and
don't-
Orangeblossom
I
could
don't
even
think I
do
can-
it. We're too
I
short.
don't think I can reach it, so I'm attacking
Oh.
the warg.
Okay.
So James, you're gonna love this.
Well, hold on. So you took how much damage did you do against the warg? Orange Blossom?
Three.
3. Okay.
Yeah.
And then, what do you got over there, Ferdinand?
Well, I rolled a 9 with 1 succession.
Okay.
I rolled a 9 on my feet die, so I'm gonna burn that succession to make it an 11, and I'm gonna punch this dog in the face because I have no weapon.
Right.
Well, you've got your fist packed with your bow.
Yeah, just-
Or you could do that, that
Smack him in the-
Legolas thing where he
I mean,
pokes
technically,
him
you
with
could smack him
arrows.
in the face with the bow.
I guess so.
Okay. So how many?
I don't.
How
How
much
much damage do I
exhaustion is
do
that?
with just punching?
I
You said
think
it's
so.
one
Yeah.
less than your highest rating.
To roll, yeah, is one less than your highest combat proficiency. I think.
Yeah, which is what I
like 2,
rolled.
maybe?
Yes, but then I'm in defensive, so I rolled 1. So I rolled 1
Right.
dice and a feet die, and I rolled.
2 die. So 2 damage.
Well, yes. Well,
Okay,
no,
let's go
that's to hit. Is it 2? Is it just flat 2 damage?
I just looked it up. It's supposed to be 1 damage.
Oh,
1
okay.
damage,
Unarmed.
Okay.
1 damage.
and it's
Okay.
piercing.
So it'd be an additional. Well, I don't think you can pierce with unarmed.
I don't know. I
Have you
guess
done-
not.
Yeah.
No,
Can you-
unarmed has no
No.
injury rating.
Oh, I can.
Yeah, because
so,
you don't have an injury rating.
oh shit! I should have picked up a rock because I can do piercing with a rock. Because I'm a
Very
hobbit.
sharp rock.
Hey.
So you can do
Okay.
heavy blow though, which means you could add your strength rating.
Yeah, let's do that. So he's gonna take 6 damage.
6 damage. Jeez.
Listen, Uncle's ripped.
Yeah.
Uncle is ripped.
Well, he's supposed to be Iroh. Is
Uh-huh.
the
Yeah.
model for this?
Hobbit I wrote.
He's played by Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right?
The boulder no longer feels conflicted about punching this dog in the face.
Uncle the Rock Ferdinand over here.
There's feeling conflicted.
Okay.
The boulder's no longer conflicted.
Right. Elondir, Nighbird,
Groucho.
you two, what are you doing?
I went for the warg.
Okay. And did you hit it?
Double-handed. Yes, actually I did. With a
Woohoo!
success.
Woo! With a success?
With a success.
Okay. And how much are you doing? Just endurance, or are you up to the pierce?
Well, I only got an 8 on my feet die. But I have a 6 on one of my
Well, can't you expend that success to make it piercing? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
So technically she can't pierce.
Oh, really?
She bows, spears, and swords.
Oh, neat.
She can do
heavy
she
blow
can do
and
other things.
Oh,
she can
that's
do heavy
right.
blow and fend off.
heavy blow.
Okay, so that's gonna add your strength rating.
And so it's the strength rating +1, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so that'll be 9 damage.
All right. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Jesus.
She doesn't do very many piercings, but she can almost kill something in one shot. So there is that.
That's a good weapon design choice. I'm proud of that, Free League Publishing. It's a good call.
Elondir?
Elondir is getting to the snacky part of his high, so he's pulling out some llama spread and fencing with his sword. I do hit though.
The
I hit,
mental
and I
image
got
of
one
this.
success.
Why don't you just
With the success?
can we just push
With the
Elondir in
success.
front of attacks?
So are you piercing then, or
So I'm gonna.
Are you
Do I
just going to
pierce or
fend
do
off- or are
I?
you just gonna-
I'm gonna heavy blow.
okay, the warg?
Yeah, heavy blow the warg. So it's
Okay.
11 damage.
Okay, so yeah, between the two of you, the warg falls, starts, and the goblin kind of falls over and
He
has to take a
doesn't do
moment
a,
to stand up
ass
and-
overhead kind of thing.
yeah, ass over tea kettle. falls over, draws a dagger at you, and goes forward. All right, and then that puts us at Achreon, who's last.
All right, so I missed my my prepare shot, so it didn't work.
Okay.
But I did roll a 17, and I got 1 succession, and I have an 8 on the feat die, so I'm gonna use my succession to buy my piercing.
Okay, and who are you shooting at?
I'm shooting at this warg right in front of Ferdinand.
Ferdinand. Okay. Thankfully,
At
Ferdinand's
close
short.
range, you should
Otherwise,
be able to hit that.
thankfully
I'm
Ferdinand's
hoping so.
short. Otherwise, I would say it would be an ill favor, but Ferdinand's short. Okay, that puts me at
Did it make the injury?
13.
No, my injury rate is 14, so it failed.
All right, cinematic blow.
I see Ferdinand. As soon as I see Ferdinand hit it, I kind of duck behind him and move my arrow directly behind his hand and let it go. So as soon as he slaps it, like it goes right through his fingers, right into the warg.
So here's the thing. I would say yes on this, other than the fact that there's no way that a slap is going to do 6 points of damage. Uncle Ferdinand full on cold cocked this freaking warg.
Punched the dog.
All right, so there's following the fist.
Yeah, okay. Follow the fist, and then it's right behind right on top of the fist, and he watches the warg just kind of.
Can I respond to that, James?
Sure.
I'm going to tell the hobbit or the orc. See, that's something you don't know about hobbits. We punch arrows.
I mean, the goblin can see the guy standing behind him, like.
They
Using
still think you can say it
intimidation,
anyway.
I'm going to say it anyway. I don't care if he believes me. Quick, shoot him while he's confused.
All right, he's going to. Let's see here. That puts us at everyone. So, Orangeblossom, you're getting both the warg and the goblin.
Uh-oh.
So that puts us at okay. That one's
But I'm
two,
small. Aren't they enamored by my
three,
cuteness?
and another. Oh God, that's 4 for that one. That could hurt.
I'm gonna die.
What is that weird evolutionary thing where like people want to crush things that are cute? You know what I'm talking about?
12.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it was only a 12 with 4
Oh.
die.
Oh,
Damn.
I'm fine. I'm squirrely.
Very squirrely.
Pun
And then
intended.
the goblin is going to fire or jump off and try to stab you. Actually, no, it's not. It's going to try to shoot you. So
This is what she's actually
Ooh.
doing.
that's a 20 to hit with a 10 on the die.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
So I need you to roll me your injury rating, 14. This is where hope comes involved.
Oh, okay. What'd you say it was?
14. Just remember, people, this is where if you want to help out the party from dying, hope of the people is something they can use on top of their character's hope. And that's just 100 bits.
And I'm rolling protection, right? So I just want to make sure I'm doing
Yes.
this right.
So it's going to
It's-
be your feat die plus your protection roll, which I believe is a 2.
Yeah, it says I have. Yeah. Yes. So okay, I did it right. Well, then it's just 13.
Did you spend a hope?
I didn't think about it.
Oh no.
You got 13?
It's
Oh.
too late to spend
If
a
you'd
hope.
spent a hope,
No.
it would have been
No, there's not.
fine.
There's bits.
Wait,
There's
this
bits.
is bits.
There's bits.
There's
The
bits.
people have spoken. They want to give you a hope.
Okay. That's another D6, right?
It's another D6. And I don't think
It's
you
a
can
3.
roll it.
I'm good. The people saved
Okay.
me.
Hooray!
Yeah, so
The
then you
people's
only take
champion.
3 points. 3 points of endurance from that one. As
Okay,
the goblin shoots at you, and it felt like it had sunk in, but apparently the the leather on your outfit kind of held to it and just made it so it didn't pierce.
It's just a flesh wound.
Just a flesh wound. All
What'd you say
right.
it was?
3 points of exhaustion. The only warg that died this round is... Oh, wait, no, both of the wargs died, right? The other 2 wargs? Yes?
Yeah, this guy right here is dead.
And
Yeah,
ours
there,
is
and-
dead.
is dead.
Nighbird's warg is dead too, right? Yeah,
Yes.
that's right. So he's got ill favor. He's going to run up and try to attack. Let's see here. He's going to attack Elondir.
I'm like eating my
And
lava
he's-
spread.
he's gonna add-
God, I kind of hope he
gonna add
punches
his
the shit out of him.
Groovy.
Oh my god!
that is 1, 2, 7, 9.
No.
That's a miss. Trying to get his bearing after falling off the warg, he did not do
So
that.
they're both just as dizzy as each other.
Yep. The next one is going to go after Ferdinand.
Yeah.
Yeah. $13.
Nope.
Goblins are just not connecting. They're trying to find ways to just parrying and blocking and no connection. All right.
That fire's
and
really
puts
got him
us-
messed up.
Yeah, it does, because they're all rolling at disadvantage. Or
Really? Is
ill
that an
favor.
actual game mechanic, or is that just that James came up with a cool thing?
Kind of a little bit of both. The creatures have what is called fear of fire. So and
work.
it says they would lose 1 hate each round. They're in close combat, but I figured since you guys had set up the barricade, that it kind of would have just caught them off guard for that instead. So
Yeah, that's cool. It's cool.
all right. I mean, it's cool, but it's really making them extremely ineffective.
That's okay.
But that's okay, because if a goblin connects, it's gonna be bad.
Yeah, especially for a couple of us.
Yeah.
No. The goblins have what is considered orc poison, so they do other nasty.
Yeah, I don't need that kind of help.
James, did you know that hobbits are immune to poison?
Are they really?
No. That'd be really
Oh
funny.
no, it's canon.
You so could have pulled that one off on me, because I don't have time to look for the rules on that one right now. I would have went back later today and been like, bastard. All right, let's see here. Let's yeah, we're in round 2, so our melees can go.
Can I
We're
get
just gonna
out?
kind of do
Can I
it.
change positions with Ferdinand?
Yeah, let's switch.
Can I leave a dagger on the ground behind me, like just in case he gets back in the melee?
Yeah, because at this point, the warg is kind of the one that can go into any combat with anybody, no matter their distance. Now that the goblin's on the ground, you can kind of switch positions and keep the goblin from going towards Ferdinand.
Thank you.
Over. Okay.
Can I go to the warg next to Orangeblossom?
Sure. Okay. And then
Wish me luck.
Elondir, you have to be.
Maybe
have to
I should
take on
spend
the
a hope
goblin.
point.
Okay. Yeah. So everybody go, and that way
You know,
we can
I
kind
am
of speed
gonna
up
spend a
combat a
hope
little
point
bit.
Just for the hell of it.
So the heroes are going.
Mhm.
While the heroes are going, we'll see what happens. I think it's how we're going to continue to do combat too, to speed it up. Is the hero will go, since all the heroes in this version go first, and you guys can kind of thematically tell me what you did, if it worked or not, and then I'll throw the monsters at you.
It's a great
I
idea.
succeeded with 1 success. Only a 5 on my feet die though.
Okay. So you're just
Against
doing
the warg. The
endurance.
two against the warg.
Okay, and
So
how much
that would
damage is
give
that
it-
altogether?
Pardon?
How much endurance is that against it?
9.
Okay. Yep, still up. Elondir?
I pierced him and I heavy blowed him twice.
Let's go.
So how much is that
Yes.
total?
So the total endurance or damage is 17.
Total damage is 17 endurance.
Yo, that guy was carrying snacks this man wanted.
Yeah.
And I have to roll. And I have to roll for
Injury.
16.
16.
Well, that was a Sauron.
This is
So-
like
Mm.
Yeah, cinematic blow that one, bud. Because that
I'm just like slow motion taking a bite of my lambda spread as I just
Yeah, as
knock
you-
the head right off.
the goblin
so chill.
it kind of turns his head confused that the land was bred and
We don't
Also,
need to
if I could just
imagine.
have the isolated clip of Phil saying, I pierced him and then gave him a heavy blow twice, I would appreciate that so that I can hold Phil for ransom for the rest of time.
After I said that, I'm like, no, that's probably not the words I should have used.
Have changed on this, on how this combat's going all of a sudden.
all right.
And this is why we're at 9 o'clock, folks.
But
This
it's
is
legal
why.
here in California.
James is like, moving on.
Yep, moving on. So that goblin's dead, and that orc's almost dead. Orangeblossom.
Is my goblin still on the warg?
Your goblin is still on the warg.
So I still can't reach it. So that means my Gandalf rune and 2 6s are used on this warg.
All right, and that warg is now dead. Well, let me remind you, Nighbird just did 9 points on a warg. Wargs don't have much health.
Yeah,
Maybe
it
you
would
should
Definitely
hit
finished it off.
It would have just gotten 9 more and injury
Yeah.
thing.
And an injury. So let's see if you get to make it. Yeah, let's hear your
Describe
cinematic
it.
story here.
Okay. I think Orangeblossom's maybe been watching Nighbird a little too closely because Nighbird comes up, does some badassery. Orangeblossom is just like, "Yeah," and runs up and like stabs the word,
Like-
and then looks up at the goblin as she pulls the blade out and it falls.
It's a real
Warg
shadow
just
pointing
falls
to
to
me.
the ground. It said the warg falls to the ground and goblins.
Be afraid.
You're next. I grabbed Thar's hammer, I spit at thee.
Yeah.
And then
I almost feel like
Archon,
Orangeblosom's like, and like looking at the blade.
Archon, how'd your melee look?
What?
Not well. I was super distracted by this guy over here with the lambus in his hand. Like, I'm focusing on my fellow ranger, and like I drop the dagger behind me. I move in front of Ferdinand, and I go, what in the, and I go to slice. I completely miss because I'm staring at Elondir like,
Okay, Ferdinand, did you do anything?
Oh yeah, I got your back, buddy. I got a Gandalf from one of my feet die, so that's piercing and an additional succession. So we're gonna make it heavy. So he's taking 8.
Yeah, describe cinematic blow.
So just for the cinematics of it, as he's tag teaming, he drops that dagger as I'm switching around. I catch it and then just spin around and just throw it as I'm spinning around and just right between the eyes.
Yes.
yes.
Told you I wouldn't get blood on me.
Got blood all over yourself, though.
Now the blood's on me, and I'm still staring at my fellow ranger like, are you kidding me?
I'm like,
Yeah, it's just
All
like
right.
Black
So out of
Goblin
all
Took
of
another
that,
one now.
He's all
Two
matrixing
full-
over there, and the rest of us are like,
yeah, 2 warg parties are dead. The 3rd warg died, so the 1 goblin is left, terrified to death of Orangeblossom, who just stabbed the underneath of
it's
the
a rabid
warg,
hobbit.
pulled it out, and then stared at the goblin like it was and foaming at the mouth. I swear is what I saw, but
She's covered in blood. Covered.
Covered in blood.
A lot of it's her
Complete
own.
opposite of Ferdinand.
The goblin is going to blow his only hate that he's got. Oh,
That
that's a
doesn't sound
Gandalf
good.
rune.
Oh,
Ooh, does not sound good at all.
Uh-oh.
Are you kidding me?
18, 20, 23 altogether. So that's going to be a 14 for your injury.
Okay, I need to roll.
I see.
I'm good.
Somebody furiously reaching for bits.
I'm going to spend a hope.
I
of
will
my
say
own?
I will say that the player can't give themselves bits.
Oh,
But
I
she
wasn't
can
going
spend her
to.
own hope.
I was just going to spend my own hope. Which I'm gonna
Why would you deny money, James?
I mean,
Money is money.
true. Yeah, whatever.
Whatever.
Now, when it was channel points, that was different. When I used to try
Oh
to
my
spend
God.
channel points to give myself advantage.
Well, yeah, because we had 12,000 channel points just sitting around.
I think
That
I
was
have
the
like
case with the
45,000
DM.
now.
I was like, if that was the DM
I'm up
case,
to
I would
80
just,
on my channel points. I could spend those.
Yeah, I have 54,000.
I have unlimited because
Yes.
Okay.
Well, when I'm in my mod view, I do.
It's
Um,
20. We're good.
20.
We're good. We're good.
Yay.
Okay, so yeah, just take another 3 points of or 2 points of knife damage, and this one is going to beat feet and try to run away.
Can we chase him down?
I just want to shoot him.
Yeah,
well,
so
you can shoot him, but I can't shoot an arrow. Or I'm still learning the bow, so my bow
Between me
skills
and
aren't as good as my axe skills.
Achreon, one of us will down him.
Mm-hmm.
I would say because everybody technically goes, then they go. As his final thing, he's going to stab and then run. So yeah, everybody would get a volley if nothing else, but otherwise he's going to try to get away.
Okay, fine.
Let's see what we got. Can we kill him?
Okay, fine.
Well, I have to take away 2 dice.
Well, I got a piercing blow, James.
Of course you did.
I got a hit.
I missed, unsurprisingly.
Let me see. Can I get my dice to this camera?
18.
We can't see, Matt.
That's why I have a
Box
dice.
is green.
Green
Your-
dice
your
tray is a
Duty
bad
Cube
idea.
Background is
18 altogether on the injury. So
Yeah,
he
he's good,
succeeds.
but he still takes 3.
Okay.
I hit him for 4 damage.
And you hit him for 4?
Yeah.
Okay, that's 7. He has 1 endurance left, so if
And I
anybody
did a
else,
piercing blow.
never mind.
No, he
I got
doesn't.
17.
He did.
Piercing blow.
Yeah,
Got
he
9
did.
on feet.
That-
Poor guy.
Dude, that's 3 Gandalf runes in a row, but it doesn't matter because
Doesn't matter. Yeah, still dead.
Worse than that. Is that Jim?
So as he's kind of trying to get around the barrier, not wanting to touch the fire because you pinned him in, he looks back and just arrows just and it dries. I lost my headphones.
Can we take a nap
too
now?
Orangeblossom, the battle blinders are off, and she's just leaning against her sword, like heavy breathing. She has
man.
7 endurance left. 7.
And the mayor's still kind of tied up. Excuse me, can you please help?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little busy over here bleeding. One moment.
I'm not.
And I
I'll
run
Pretty
over
close.
to
I'm
him.
fine. I'll hobble over and cut him loose.
Thank you very much.
I
Who
want to
the
take a look at him and make sure he's
absolute
not
hell
hurt.
are you people?
Lamna spread?
You shut up.
What?
We're hobbits from the Shire. Except for them, there are other things.
We're traveling. Came across some
Shire?
folks who needed help.
That's
I
west
swear to
of,
fuck if you say you don't know where the Shire is. I'm going to end you.
it's west of Bree.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
Why do you people not know about the hobbits and freaking the
Well, we
Shire?
don't really talk about people west of Bree. They're strange folk.
You have school?
Yes.
What about you don't talk about geography?
Well, yes. We say there's people much like us that are left west of Bree. We don't give names.
Okay. Well, let's see. Are you okay? I want to look him over and make sure he's not like bleeding or something.
Give me a medicine check.
22.
Yeah, he doesn't look like he's really been hurt other than, some minor rug burn or rope burn from the rope. So,
well, I have a bit of elven salve, so I'm going to rub some of that just on those rope burns, just kind of make sure he's okay. Listen, before we leave, and I know this is all quite soon, but perhaps we should talk about helping you guys build some fortifications or something, perhaps.
Oh, you can't leave. You can't leave tonight.
Well, no, not necessarily tonight, but like when we do leave, we need to have a bit of a discussion. Perhaps Elondir and Achreon, perhaps Nighbird, maybe you guys are better at fortifications, teaching them what they need to do.
Nice palisade
Of
would
course,
work.
I can handle that.
Oh, that'd be fantastic. Truly, we need to go at everybody. Wait a second. Where is everybody?
They're hiding.
Oh, good. Where?
In that place, in a trapdoor.
The storehouse.
Next
Oh.
to the building.
Remember.
They're in the fruit cellar.
Could you listen to their Kothug leader, right? Yes, what he was saying. He had you in his area where he was sleeping.
Yes.
Did he mention if they were gathering supplies for another band, or was this an independent roving horde? Or
He did mention that there were others north of here. And he said they were taking passes through the mountains. Otherwise, he didn't really mention anything else that I could catch. Their accent was quite deep.
You rangers, do you know anyone up that way who could help? Or we should alert?
I look directly at Elondir like,
Hey, you! Snap out of it!
I'm getting to my giggly stage now. Which pass are we talking about?
Oh my
Yes.
god.
Could I go over and get a little stool and then put it in front of Alondir, and I climb up on it and I slap the shit out of him?
Just south of here, there's the Redhorn Pass, the West Gate, Moria, East Gate, Austindale. They didn't really mention names. They just said that they were traveling through the mountains. It's been years since we've seen dwarves down here, so I figured they're probably using old dwarf tunnels. It's about all I can think of.
Arjun, weren't you tracking some orc movements in this area?
Wait,
No, that was Elondir.
Oh, Elondir, that's what I meant. Whatever, you all look the same to me.
What?
All of you.
wow.
All I can see is your shins.
True racism of orcs, of elves. One's not even an elf.
Well,
Man, is it bad that like I actually like cringe when somebody says knife ears? Like it's such like a slur in D&D that I hear it, and I'm like,
hurts.
oh.
That's too far.
Why would you say that?
Yeah, that's gross. Don't say that.
How rude.
But yes, Elondir, were you tracking?
most of them were north.
Well, that's what they said. He said they were
Northern, more north than Rivendell.
Right, I see.
But the only thing I can think of is Moria. But that was long ago since the orcs have last used those paths.
I think it's now again. It seems like that's where they are, unfortunately.
I mean, if it's not through there, there's a possibility it could be north of there. Like I said, there's tunnels throughout the entirety of the Misty Mountains.
Could they be taking the tunnels to Isengard? They're taking the tunnels to Isengard.
That's where we're going.
Is that what's like foreshadowing?
Foreshadowing what?
Nothing bad will ever happen in Isengard.
The
No.
White Wizard is super cool, you guys.
Plays a mean guitar too.
You've spoken to the White Wizard?
You know, it is odd that his name is so similar to the biggest evil person that we've ever seen, but I'm sure it's just coincidence.
Just coincidence.
Must be.
Now, I know you have lots to talk about, and we can sit down over some tea and some food to talk, but we really should go find all the others that are sitting in the fruit cellar. I prefer they would probably like to get out.
Really, we should go get them and then immediately try to set some sort of defenses up, because you guys seem to just get run through like a paper bag.
You can also start locking your doors.
Did you say fruit?
Hey, dude.
What? No.
Remember that time orcs raided your village and you guys were
I get that
enslaved?
now.
So-
We've never had this happen before. It's not like this was something that we normally would do.
Your doors were unlocked now, in the middle of it, just now. We saw them.
They're
There was
hobbits.
nobody. We didn't have a choice.
All right. Well, just in the future, and maybe build
In the
like a little
future,
wall.
we'll lock the doors. We'll build small fortifications. We'll listen to
Well-
your people.
Big fortifications.
Also, you should probably find the cowards in the tavern over there.
You cowards. What were they going to do?
They didn't even bother helping their own people.
They don't have
Always
weapons.
ushered them inside before they barricaded everything.
We asked if they had weapons, and they showed us a spoon. What are they going to do?
Run up the
I thought your
stairs.
people were just like that.
Well, yeah, but these are the bad bullshit hobbits. We're the good bullshit hobbits.
Hey, now.
Professional bullshitters.
Yeah. But seriously, you guys, do you have relationships with the dwarves, or
We did many years ago.
you should probably
haven't seen
reestablish those because they're.
We haven't seen them.
Well, do you know where they are?
Oh, they live in the mountains.
You know how to get a message to them.
I mean, we would have to send a courier of some sort.
Well, yes, but do you know where to send the courier?
I mean, we could try to.
There's
see if
really
maybe-
two possible answers to this question: yes or no.
Yes. We'll
Okay.
find a way to get a hold of the dwarves.
If nothing else, they might help you defend yourselves, but certainly it would be the neighborly thing to do to let them know that there were orcs in the area.
Correct. And we'll send a courier tomorrow morning. So that's okay.
Okay.
In the
What
meantime,
do you guys think?
I need it now.
I'm wondering if you exiled all of your mentally deficient hobbits from the Shire.
This is where they came. Yes, I've heard rumors.
Okay, I understand now. Thank
We
you.
were on the way to the Shire and they got lost, and we were like, fuck it, it'll be fine.
Now I understand. Now it makes perfect sense.
They'll figure it out or not. Some people get left behind.
This is the Arkham of the Shire.
What is the Arkham?
Hmm.
No, it's like on the Oregon Trail. You know how when people were getting there, the people that didn't bring like enough wagon wheels and stuff to repair
Yeah,
their
they
wagons.
broke down and just said the hell of it.
Yeah,
We'll stay
that's
here.
why they live in Montana or wherever they live. I don't know. It's their families just broke down and they're like, well, it's either live here
Well,
or die.
There's always Donner Pass.
Yeah.
We
Anyway,
could head.
true Donner
Anyway.
Pass.
We'll head down. Let's get the group, the families out of the fruit cellar. Sit down, have a wonderful meal. We'll talk about defenses and relations and all sorts of things that'll.
Relations.
relations with
Are
the
you
other
offering
people
reward?
around here, not what you're thinking about. Goodness gracious. Anyway,
here's a serious question. Did they like damage your fields or your gardens? Are those still intact?
most of the fields seem to have minimal damage. The trees from the around, they were trying to, truthfully, build walls. But I understand now what you were talking about, but it doesn't mean that we were planning for this. We haven't seen orcs in this area for ever.
I understand. Yes, let's go get your people
And he walks down to the storage room and looks in and walks over to the fruit cellar. All right, it's all right now. Y'all can come out. And one by one, the families come out as they pull themselves out of the cellar, and about 3 dozen hobbits pop out of this cellar and come out of the storeroom. And everybody's cheering and thanking you, and some of them are walking up to you, shaking your hand, and others are running over to grab cloths of some sort to bandage wounds, and others are running off to the bakery to get bread and to the field house to find extra food. They're trying to build this massive celebration in the middle here. And Garnet walks over to Orangeblossom. She goes, Thank you very much for all of your help.
Of course, I would hope someone would do the same for us should the need ever arise.
And hopefully we will. I think that much will be changed here, and it's all thanks to you all.
Glad we could be of service.
Tea?
Please.
And she runs off and heads off into their home and comes out about 10 minutes later with a cup of hot tea a pot of hot tea and 2 cups hanging off her fingers as she walks over. She hands you a cup. Pours 2 cups. It's good to have home back.
Hopefully things will, well, they'll probably change a bit, but hopefully they'll settle into something comfortable again quickly.
Surprisingly, some of the things that the orcs did, though frightening enough, could actually help. And you can see the northern side of the village already has almost like posts put up and logs sitting sideways, like there's a small barricade. I don't know who they were hiding from, but apparently they knew something we didn't.
Can we have a little meeting with the party people?
Oh, sure. I'm sure they'll be willing to talk.
No, not your party, my party.
Oh, my apologies. And she kind of turns around and sits down.
Real talk, maybe we should send them to Elrond and then on to the Shire. At least for a little while. This seems bad. A bad place to be.
So they cannot defend themselves at all.
Who would defend them on the road?
Well, if we
Perhaps
could get
Lord
them to
Elrond can
Elrond.
send an escort with them.
Well, that's a good point.
Elrond could get them to Bree, and then the hobbits could get them from the Shire, from the Bree to the Shire.
That's true, and the roads there are pretty safe with the with the patrols that happen by on there.
What?
What patrols? The patrols, the
bounders.
Thank you. Yes.
Yes, the bounders.
So someone could get them there.
I'm just worried if the orcs are moving here now, is it going to get worse before it gets better?
Agreed.
Indeed.
I mean, it's up to them, but what do you guys think? Do we counsel them that way, or what are you guys thinking?
I believe we should tell them, at least give them guidance, and they can make the decision for themselves, but it is not safe out here for them, and I'd rather not have to come back out here with a load of orcs waiting for us again.
Has a point.
Orangeblossom, maybe you should talk to them because I wish that they would all they seem to like you better than I can't talk to them. They're all very stupid.
What are you trying to say about me then?
You have more patience for them than I do.
Nice to say.
I do have to live at home with everyone all the time, so it's practiced, you see. All right. Well, they're doing this celebration, so maybe I speak with the mayor or just everyone as a whole. It's a lot of people.
I think it's a good idea, everyone as a whole. That sounds good.
All right, so maybe we wait until everyone's got all their dinner on the
Well,
tables.
you can talk to them at dinner.
Yes. When they're all assembled. All right. We can counsel them to make way to Elrond, and then hopefully Elrond will get an escort to the Shire. Or at least Bree.
And you can see the
Indeed.
whole group of them has now piled up chairs, and they've put out 2 tents, and there's there's tables being pulled out, and there's fresh bread and fruits and vegetables placed on the tables, and they've already started smoking a large pig, and they're full blown. Everybody's working together to get this celebration, and right at the side of all of this is a small table with 5 sets of with 5 chairs for you all to kind of sit. And the mayor walks up and kind of dusts himself off. And, it would be our honor if you would sit here and have a meal with us, and we can talk about these fortifications that you're speaking of and how we can maybe make our place a little bit safer.
Well, I didn't know anything about that sort of thing. That's more of a Achreon and the other one, the high one.
The tall folk.
Is this
Good
why
idea.
you guys are hungry all the time?
No, we can handle our shit.
Kind of leans in close to Ferdinand. What is wrong with that one?
I don't know. He's smoking old Toby and he doesn't
He's a
understand how to
lightweight.
use it. He doesn't understand that our bodies are immune to poison, so the old Toby doesn't affect us the same way it does the others.
Just have a high tolerance built in.
Right.
Yeah. It's genetic at this point.
Well, please come sit. Have a meal. Take a break.
Go ahead, Elondir. Tell them what they need to do.
No. Come sit. Take a break.
Take a break.
I'm gonna practically
Away
fall
with
into
me
the
for
chair.
the summer. Let's go upstate.
I will also
Hamilton.
fall into a chair.
All right. So as you all sit down to eat a meal, we're gonna take our break.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Could have just said that in the chat, Jay.
I mean, I was going to, but so we'll see you guys back in about 5. And welcome back. The orc travesty has been completed. Everything has been slaughtered and killed. Orcs are laying around the entirety of Littlehill, being slowly cleaned up, but ignored at the moment as a giant festival slash celebration is being put on by the hobbits of Underhill, and a table has been set up to the side for the party to enjoy some peace and quiet, along with some much needed food and beverage of their choice. And yeah, so this is where we're starting back for. And all of the hobbits are cheering and excited, and some of them are starting to sing. The music is being played. What are the rest of you doing?
I'm
Eating,
really just trying to
drinking, and
sit there and
resting.
relax. Shoulders all bloodied. I
We
don't feel
did
well.
push some of the bodies away so we would have a place to set all this stuff
Right.
up.
Yeah.
We'll burn them later. Pile them and burn them like they're hearing.
Ugh.
I'm meditating a little bit off kind of by myself and thinking about the things that I've learned.
Also kind of looking around because we know they're not going to move.
Mm-mm.
How does that-
Yeah.
Definitely need fortifications.
How does that affect you all mentally, knowing that this place is not safe? What is everybody thinking right now?
They need walls. Tall
Yeah.
ones.
They need walls. They need weapons.
Yeah, but if they
kinda
have weapons
wondering
and they
what is
don't know how to
going on.
use them, they're just going to hurt themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So are we going to stick around long enough to help
to
them learn?
train. We can't, but we could maybe send word to someone who could.
Well, we could spend a few days here and kind of heal, take some time, let me like check out, maybe teach them a little bit of combat
But-
first
but
aid.
they're-
and-
They're farmers, so maybe have them use what they have to defend themselves. I mean,
Mhm.
pitchforks hurt.
Yeah.
Fair.
And fire hurts.
And orcs don't like fire.
No. So I think if we stay a few days, we heal up, but we also use that time to teach them like some effective methods for their own survival using the tools they already like know. I would feel better about that than I would just like leaving and pretending like everything is fine, because it's definitely not
Mm-mm.
As
in
a
the current state.
ranger, I feel like I would also teach them how to camouflage their homestead.
Yeah. And probably themselves. Well, like, I feel like Orangeblossom could help with that too. Like, listen, we're small. You do these specific things and it makes you harder to see, and you're surrounded by the woods. Great place to hide. Like, that kind of thing.
So who is going to kind of lead this talk? And how do you want to do that?
The little cute hobbit.
All right.
I just
I'll
push
just
her
back
out
her
front,
up.
bloodied and all.
Yeah, she's
Maybe you should clean up first, though.
Okay. She'll eat and then disappear for a little bit and try to clean up, but blood's not coming out of these clothes, so that's gonna look gross.
And so while she's off cleaning up, we'll just have regular conversation about the things they grow and all of this stuff. Because as a Wilderland woodman, my cultural blessing is wood goer. So I know all about the trees and the grass and the stuff surrounding them. And I will piggyback on Elondir's camouflage. Make ourselves unseen. You know, build your palisades, but line them in growing things.
Okay, so I think this is a
So you don't
wonderful
look obvious.
place for us to actually use one of the awesome mechanics of the One Ring. So our spokesperson, which it seems is going to be Orangeblossom, I need you to decide. Are you trying to get them to... Are you trying to ask for support? Are you trying to give influence? What is the objective of this conversation you're about to do with them?
I think it would probably be more like influence them to take the time to learn ways to protect themselves in their homes and disguise themselves in their homes. I feel like it'd be more influence rather than like the other option. I'm trying to teach or open their minds
Right.
to teaching, I guess.
So give me a persuade.
Okay. What is that against? Is that wits or
Persuade
heart?
is going to be your wits.
Wits. Okay. So I just make it. I don't think a 6 means anything in this, right?
Yes, it does. So you got...
Oh.
Did you get any 6s?
Yeah, I got 1 6.
Okay. So what this does is this is considered a almost like a skill check in other settings. You have 3 rounds to convince them of something. But because you succeeded, you get a 4th round, and because you got a 6, you get a 5th round. So you have 5 rounds to explain your situation and to persuade or influence them on a potential subject. So at this point, this is where the party as a group comes together and you find ways to influence this situation in this council. And this one, the mayor comes, he brings 3 others, hobbits from the town. They're all kind of older, very wise looking, if nothing else. And they're all sitting down, they pull up chairs, and they say, okay, now you've made your point. We need defenses. Now, how do we do this safely? And more importantly, without any sort of situational issue of incoming problems. And they look at all of you.
One more time, James.
This is
I'm
the
sorry.
council phase, right, James?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is the introduction. This is the interactions at this point.
So, sorry, this is my first time doing this. So when you said we have 5 rounds, is that essentially like, since it's a council phase, everyone could have a chance to like explain a thing?
So
or
one
just...
person is...
Yeah, we all have
round.
use our different skills in different ways to try to convince them, and we
Correct.
have 5 rounds, so we have to succeed. I believe
you have to
5
succeed.
times.
You have to succeed 3 times.
3 times.
Okay.
Let me make sure of that too, because it could be more, or it could be less. I mean, so yeah, no, so 3 times. So yeah, because you gain the extras out of it.
Okay.
Who's going first?
They were asking about fortifications. I don't feel like Orangeblossom knows much about that.
Well, they're asking what you all suggest.
Just in general?
Just in general.
Of readiness?
I think the quickest and easiest way would be to disguise your homes.
Disguise our homes.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
There's vines around here.
I mean, we live within the trees. I would figure that it'd be pretty disguised.
But obviously, the orcs found you.
Yes.
So if you make it look less like just trees and more like thickets, harder to get through, lots of underbrush. For now, you can make it so it just appears like that, but then you plant so that these natural things grow and become a natural barrier. Preferably things with thorns and the like.
All right. Roll me a persuasion.
I have nothing in persuasion, so it's a feat die.
You could use a hope if you wanted to.
There's still a hope from the chat, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, I'll take it.
Yeah, there is.
We'll try to get a counter on the screen next week to actually so people know how many hope we have left as a people.
Okay. Well, I only rolled a 12. My TN's 14.
Okay. And no. Okay. Wait, you rolled a 12 and your TN with the hope?
2 dice.
Okay. I was making sure. I was like, you rolled a 12. That's a Gandalf. That's a success. No.
But that's not 1 die. Yeah. I don't think I've had any of those. Well, maybe once.
I mean, maybe that will work. I don't know how well we'll be able to blend houses and fields and things like that with the trees in order to make it camouflaged.
Elondir, you want to try?
Ideas?
Leave and never return.
So you didn't roll a good one.
No, I'm gonna roll. Ooh, that's a Gandalf rune.
Let's go.
So
Yeah.
Okay, just because that specific conversation kind of changes things a little bit. I'm trying to pull up the skills because I want to verify what that would mean to people, because that might not be a persuasion. I was gonna say, because
I'm favored in hearten and to like rally people to a cause.
Rally, yeah.
Okay, I can take that. Yeah. So yeah, you're in hearten, but you rolled a Gandalf rune.
I rolled a Gandalf rune. Yeah.
So that's 1 success.
And no teeth.
Did you roll any 6s on top of it?
No.
Okay. Leave. So abandon our homes and go where?
Make it to Bree and then over to the Shire.
Ferdinand's not gonna like that.
Quite a distance. How would we make it if we're having such an issue just protecting our own homes?
We can get some people from Rivendell to come and escort you. Many of the Dunedain patrol those areas, so it may be much safer to travel than it is to stay here.
It'll be a very hard thing to tell our people. These people have built homes and families, and you just want them to get up and leave.
There's good food in Bree. I've tasted it myself.
Anybody else want to help him?
Yes, I will.
Okay.
Yeah.
Listen, I know that hobbit roots grow deep where they stand, but I'm afraid this is not abandonment permanently. It's merely taking shelter in the storm. It makes me concerned that if the orcs are traveling through dwarven lands, that perhaps your dwarven allies who have acted as a shield have been defeated or incapacitated in some way, and they're no longer stemming the tide. Hobbit lands in the Shire are far from any danger. We are protected by our geographical closeness to the elves and the men. People have to go through their territories before they come to ours. Our homes are entrenched in the earth and dug deep. it's a safe place with plenty of food and lots of other people who understand your ways. I feel like it would be a benefit to both of our societies if connections were reestablished as well. There are many things that could be learned on both sides, and perhaps some sort of diplomacy could be established.
Roll me an
You want
roll me an
persuasion?
heartened with favor.
And I am going to spend a hope on that.
That was well done. And it's back.
Holy shit! 2 dice and a feat roll, 21.
So
Oh no,
Let's
wait.
go.
I don't count both feet die. I can't
No,
count
you
both
don't
of my
count
feet
both.
die. That's right.
Okay.
But one of them is a Tolkien rune, and the other one is a 6. So that's 18, which succeeds, and it's a Tolkien rune.
So you got a
that
token,
is-
so you've already succeeded your
Yes.
your 3 wins then.
and then there's an additional succession, but that isn't pertinent. Let me mark off my hope real quick.
All right. You all have made extremely strong points on what we need to do. I don't know how we can tell others to leave their homes, but at the same time, we can't stay here.
And it's not abandoning your home forever. Consider it paying a visit to some old relatives. And when things have settled, you can return to your homes and reestablish, perhaps with new technologies or new plants, new types of tobacco.
Oh, tobacco.
I mean, anything is
Now that-
possible.
You're right. And maybe we can, maybe it is a good chance to see others just like us. Broaden our horizons.
And
Or perhaps pick up a
if not
bow.
everybody, and if not everybody chooses to leave, those who choose to stay, we can share our information with them.
Thankfully,
Alright.
hobbits stick together pretty well.
Never know.
And the 3 of us pretty much persuade or request others to believe in us. And what you have all done for us is unimaginable. I personally thank you. And I know the others do as well. But you're probably right. Protecting is probably safer if we were away from this area. And if the orcs have come back once, they'll probably come back again.
They've been more active everywhere.
While in the Shire, there could also be good opportunities for everyone to learn new methods of being unseen or methods of fighting, if that's what they chose to do. There's opportunities abound.
You have fighters at the hobbits, or at the Shire.
You'd be surprised. Some pretty impressive ones.
I've
She's
heard there
speaking
were
about herself.
horrible
Like
creatures
four.
and things in the Shire. Didn't you mention some?
You say 4?
Yeah. 2 of them are here, so
There's more than 4 bounders.
the Bounders, they certainly know how to beat drunks with a stick. That is very true.
It's something's better than nothing.
It is.
I do hate to ask this question though. How do we get there?
Well, it's over the river and through the woods.
No, listen.
To grandma's house.
What I would do if I were you is
We go?
I would head to Rivendell if you know how to get there.
I know it's north.
And I hate to say this, but perhaps we can take. How long did it take us to get here, James? A couple days?
Yeah, took you about
We
3
had a
days
leaky boat.
Perhaps it is best if we take a few days and backtrack and guide our hobbit friends to Rivendell.
Escort
and then
them back.
return to our journey. I mean, we have companions who are in need of healing, and I have a really cool idea for a new skill that I want to learn with my newly acquired wisdom that will really piss off James. But that way we could get back, get you guys to the houses of healing, And I'm sure Lord Elrond would be willing to send a small attaché to get you back to Bree until the Bounders can return you home safely to the Shire.
When do you think we should all leave?
After a good night's rest.
Yes, let's take a good night's rest. Let me attend to your wounded, and maybe a couple of my companions might need some time to dress their wounds, and we'll go from there.
I'm just glad we haven't found anybody hurt too badly.
Indeed. Injured slaves are not great slaves, is, I suppose, one of the things the orcs thought.
I wouldn't say that we haven't seen our share of death by the orcs, but thankfully they just like to take on the caravans that came through. Anyway, yes, I'll talk to everyone. We'll get the plan together, get people to start gathering their things, and I guess we'll start first thing tomorrow. Heading
Yes,
to
Rivendell. And when you get there, perhaps you should ask for Bilbo Baggins. He has a fair amount of resources, and the hobbits are going to want some sort of payment for allowing you there, and I think that Bilbo would be a good resource for you guys. He will understand the needs of travelers and those far from home.
Thank you. I don't think I could repay any of you for what you've done for for this village or the people that live here.
And Bilbo he can sometimes be a little stubborn. So if he questions you at all, remind him of a time when he helped another group of lost and people without a home, displaced people find their home, and how important that was to them. And perhaps it will encourage him to give you a bit of a hand up there.
Like I said, can't thank you all enough. This will be a new change for us, and hopefully a good one.
It's all right to be afraid, but through overcoming fear, a lot of really powerful growth can happen. It's an exciting adventure, if nothing else.
Hobbits aren't one for adventure, but you both are. So maybe there are more out there.
You'd be surprised.
Anyway, let me go talk to the rest. And he kind of scurries off.
Orangeblossom just collapses.
So your people are not built for adventure, like that one said. Is that true? Or is it just that they're not in the Shire, so they're not ready for adventure?
I think that if we all wanted to adventure, we would have dominated the earth many years ago.
Mostly, we stick to our homes.
Because watch what I can do. And I'm going to make a stealth check, James.
Of course you are.
And that's 1 degree of succession and a success. So I just dis-a-fucking-peer.
Can I echo that?
Sure, go for
What?
I spent some points.
Yeah. Orangeblossom doesn't disappear like quite as elegantly, but it was a success, so she is suddenly difficult to see.
So during the break, James told us that we should spend our adventure points. I've taken another point in wisdom, which gives me another cultural virtue. I chose to take Art of Disappearing, which is when I make a stealth check. If I roll a 6 on any of those dice, and I quote, "You disappear as if by magic."
The back line is magical. I like it.
Yeah.
And it says anything that I could hide.
Right.
So just like a
Yep.
twig.
Yep.
Hobbits are stupid.
Hobbits are stupid.
Hobbits are amazing.
But I think that there will be things for all of us to learn from this, hopefully. But I don't know why more hobbits don't go and learn the ways of the broader world. It's a weakness of our people, I suppose. We've
Just
grown
too
too comfortable
at home.
We've grown too comfortable in our lands and our security. We've been shielded by those around us for so long that they've forgotten that they're shielding us at all.
I was wondering that because they seem so. The moment I learned to walk, I was able to use a bow, and there's no danger here. They don't care. They leave everything unattended. Everything's unlocked. No security. I was killing spiders before I can even talk.
Well, it gives us chances to learn other things, like Orangeblossom's eyes healing and how to. We spend a great deal of time telling each other riddles, so we have mental gymnastics that we can perform on others, and it's a strange life, but a good one for us, I suppose.
Yeah. Quiet mostly. Mostly.
And it
You don't
seems
seem
that
rather quiet, Orangeblossom.
Well, it's the took.
I saw you on the battlefield.
that was a little fucked up. I'm not gonna lie.
I have been accused most of my life of having a bit of an overactive imagination, and part of that involved running through the woods surrounding the Shire and pretending like I was running from, well, spiders actually, because Bilbo's told stories about those, and all sorts of other things, so pretending to fight usually just trees and bushes. But, sometimes when you play, you get a little carried away, and then I guess some of that just kind of naturally infused my behavior today when I was trying to scare the things that were actually scaring me quite a lot.
I was slightly scared.
It was effective then.
Orangeblossom, remember when we talked about the importance of knowing killing for joy and killing out of necessity?
That definitely wasn't for joy. That I was terrified.
You did smile a really weird way when you killed that one guy.
You still got a spot of blood on your teeth.
Just ew, gross. I thought I washed
It was theatrical.
Do you never pretend to be something you're not?
Yes, no. I never do. I am a healer, always. And any actions that a healer takes should be for the good of a life.
Well, I
understand?
was defending myself, and Nighbird looks like it was necessary. And
I understand, but just remember that we are a threat to these orcs' ways of life as well. And we protect those of all particular stripes because of the necessity of our survival, but they are merely acting out of the survival of their own kind as well. So it is a great responsibility and a
what the hell's Ferdinand's drink?
To take lives of others.
See, what is in his drink?
They were killing me slowly. I feel kind of terrible. So.
Ferdinand just took another pip of wisdom, so Ferdinand's wisdom is now 3. So Ferdinand is like getting to the like we need to think big picture type deal. Because that's my goal with Ferdinand, is to get him on the Council of the Wise at some point.
Anything anybody else? Oh,
go ahead.
No, you're good.
No, that was all I was going to say. Just remember to not take life with such glee.
Wasn't real, but I'll remember.
Would you like to roll an insight check on that?
I'm not buying it. Nobody else will. That's favored with 2.
Insight.
It's going to be a fail on my end.
Oh God.
I only got 12.
I have no pips in insight, but I'm going to roll anyway.
You believe that she's just enjoying the acting of it, not actually having that happen. So, is there anything anybody else wants to do, or anything anybody wants to share about adding adventure points, skill points?
I didn't get to look yet.
I'm still looking for the damn chart again.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
It
have
is
to
on
study.
the
Yeah.
rewards and stuff start on page 78.
Oh, I gotta think.
Well, no, the chart of how many you spend to do what.
I can share it with you after we're done. Pam.
I can't remember where it's at.
But while
yeah.
you all are talking, the hobbits kind of clean up the celebration, and a majority of them move to the tavern. The others head back to their homes and hug their family members and just thank each other that that nobody was lost. Garnet heads back to her home, gives her mother and father a hug, heads into sleep, and the mayor takes a seat on a chair in the middle of the Littlehill with his hands kind of on his hips or on his knees, just pondering the next steps of what's going to have to happen. And while you all are bedding down for the evening to get a long rest and to recuperate from the toils of this journey, the evening comes without any sort of issue. And long into the night, the hobbits celebrate with ale and food in the tavern until all the lights go out in Littlehill, and you all get a good night's rest.
So now my endurance is up to 10 because I'm wounded.
So for anybody who's wounded, your endurance only goes up to your
Strength rating, which mine
strength
sucks.
rating.
Yes, that's good.
Otherwise, your endurance is completely back to normal.
Even if it was below, I didn't get wounded, but it was below like half.
It's
So-
only for I was reading it. If you're not wounded, it restores.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. It restores.
Just wanted to make sure.
I'm gonna do something during this night since I don't really need to restore because I haven't taken any damage.
Go for it.
That's nice.
I want to go and see if I can find their records and stuff, and I want to learn as much about their backstory, their history, where they came from as I can. And I
Okay.
don't care if they don't want to allow me to do that. I'll just sneak.
Okay. I guess first thing we'll do then is a stealth check.
And James, we can totally handle some of this off stream if we need to later.
It's fine.
It is 16, 18 is my
Okay.
roll. No additional successes though, so it is a success, but that's it.
Okay, and then I need an explore check to find the records.
I'm not great at explore, but I do have 8 pip. Oh shit, not bad. 15 is meets his beats, so
Okay.
it's a success, but barely.
Okay. Interesting enough, something you notice as you find the building where the records are stored, and it seems to be a building kind of off the map to the side here, where not only are the records stored, but it's almost like a small schoolhouse built together and split in half. While you're walking through, you notice something that's very confusing. They said they had no defenses, but you do see 2 hobbits out there with these, what looks like wooden rods, kind of walking around, though they don't seem to be very aware of anything going on. And they're just talking by a lantern that's lit. But you walk past, you find this area, it doesn't take much time, but you find an open door, or an open window rather, that you can kind of prop open, slip in. Looking around, you find records of that mostly describe where they came from. And very similar to how you had explained it earlier, is very common to how this was created. The store has kind of gained this little village of Littlehill. They originally came out of the Misty Mountains, headed west. A small group of them found the river where you guys went down and realized it would be a good place to place homes. The other reason is that there was a unannounced marriage between the original mayor of the village and the local clans of the dwarves that were close by. And that is going through notes and stuff, and you can see that that's the gist of why they stayed where they're at. And this seems to go for years and years and years, where you can catch different people's names that don't represent Hobbit like naming schemes compared to, and you catch dwarven names within there at times. And you can see that this relationship between dwarves and hobbits was very mingled for about 100 years or so, until it just stopped.
Interesting. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna take a few notes on that, and then slip back out.
Okay. Morning comes. After you get back, settle back into your room. They gave you, Garnett actually gave you a small side room off of their home to stay in for the evening. And you wake up and you can see a row of hobbits, donkeys, carts prepared outside. The mayor's got what seems to be this forest green tunic and like overcoat on and backpack over top and this straw hat. And he's, all right, spoke to everyone. Everybody agrees that this is the best option. We're ready to head out. We've grabbed our things, and though some people were very concerned, we all want to stick together. So you head back to Rivendell?
Is that good with everybody? You guys okay with that?
Yep.
Yep.
I'm fine with it.
Over the next 5 days, you travel north along the river, up through the Greenlands there, and into the outskirts of Rivendell, where you all notice as the switchback mountains, switchback passes go, you catch the rocks and their pure pearly whites as they direct you all the way back to the House of Healing, to the House of Elrond. And that, my friends, is where we'll pick up next week.
Hey.
Hey.
Nice.
Thanks,
Look,
everybody, for joining us once again. We have convinced a group of hobbits, well, the party has convinced a group of hobbits to head to the Shire, where they can grow and prosper without the potential of orc raiding and things like that. Next week, we'll find out the next step of the journey as you continue to venture towards the Tower of the White Wizard. And for all of the fun stuff, Phil, where can they find you?
They can find me in all the social places at Phil McNevin, PhilMacnebin, on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all the places.
Awesome. Breena?
Same thing, all the places at Breena Luna Lives, Instagram, YouTube. I forget other places. It's always the same name.
And you can find myself, Pam, Matt, and Alan over on Tabletop Misfits on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, all the fun stuff. You can come check us out on Wednesdays as we continue to do our talk show of Tavern Talks. And we hope to see everybody again next week for the next episode of The One Ring. I did want to check with this, though, and this is for the audience as well, so please let me know if this is something that you'd be interested in. I do know that next weekend is the Super Bowl, though, and I don't know what kind of audience we're going to get. I don't know if people are going to be planning on watching it. So we can kind of make the decision now, and that way we can let everybody know. So
it goes that late. See how long it's been since I've watched it.
Yeah, it's going to go that late.
I will probably be at a Super Bowl party, not because I care about the game necessarily, but because there's going to be a lot of fun and fellowship there. So
correct.
It'll be a lot of fun.
And that might be my situation too. Alan, same thing, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's definitely my situation.
Okay, that takes quite a few of us out. So my bad on that. Cut to the following weekend.
We will also
It'll give us time to figure out how to spend our adventure points.
It will give us time to figure out how to spend our adventure points. So the 19th will be the next time we come back to the One Ring. And then that following week on the 26th, we will be out. However, we might do a AMA of some sort, since a lot of us will be out there at Genghis Khan, where we can kind of talk and share our
I will be on an airplane going home.
Okay. I'll be
on Sunday.
Or I'll be in Colorado. But I don't know where Matt will be, but we'll figure it out.
I don't know if I'll be on my way home yet or not.
Keep an eye out for everything. We'll figure it out at that point. Hope everybody enjoyed the session, and will come hang out with us in 2 weeks when we come back to the story. Till then, everybody have a wonderful week, and we'll see you guys soon. Bye.
Bye.